Daredevil Born Again Season 2, Episode 5 review. Let's get right into this. And warning, spoilers ahead. So this episode was titled The Grand Design, which is mentioned quite often throughout the episode. But man, going into the episode, I knew, okay, we're going to get a flashback type episode. We saw, obviously, you've most likely seen the stills beforehand of Wesley, whatever, when that first came out, like during the marketing, etc. We knew Foggy was going to be in this flashback episode. Like the Avocados at law, like it's just, oh my god, it just throws me back for a loop. Just when I first watched the show and everything, especially for the Netflix era, that's what this whole episode. Well, not the entire episode, but like I say about majority of it was the flashback type stuff. But they do try to connect it, interweave it into what's happening in the present day, like the actual event, like from the present events, because the episode picks up directly from the ending of the last episode where Vanessa obviously just well, it looks like she was dead, but she ended up living, which was kind of a rumor. And by the end of it, we see a whole bunch of flashbacks, whatever. But yeah, by the end of it, it's kind of like one of the central themes that they were doing for this episode was mercy, and kind of like another one was kind of redemption. But the main one was mercy, though. And even when you go to the end of it, right, you see Vanessa, obviously she dies, but leading up to it, even in the previous episodes when I kind of thought she was already dead, but like throughout this entire season, they made it kind of like a focal point that Vanessa, she knows that she's gonna die. She's kind of accepted it, right? Because even in the last few minutes of the episode, you see when she actually kind of wakes up, she gains conscious, whatever, she's talking to Fisk. She's obviously, she's asking for the pineapple juice, which Fisk knows that she doesn't like. She doesn't drink that because of her lips, whatever. It makes her lips feel weird, etc. So when she started doing that, I'm like, okay, yeah, she knows she's gonna die, right? But it also, I'm like, I kind of get the feeling that she knows she wants to die, obviously, but she doesn't want to tell Wilson because then he's gonna get hit hard by it. And we know that obviously now that Vanessa is dead, well, in a pretty tragic way too, because he thought she lived. Wilson thought she lived right after the whole like disaster, like the whole insane stuff that happened in the last episode. And he was so worried about her. He already kind of thought she was dead, right? He didn't have hope. Even when you see that scene with the doctor, was like, I'm gonna try my best, whatever, like, be hopeful, whatever. He didn't think she was gonna survive. And then she survived, and then he was so obviously happy, right? Like that's like the one person in his life that gets him. And then just for her to pretty much die like a few minutes later, right? So Fisk had a roller coaster of emotions. And as you know, this now means that Fisk, he has no holds barred now. He's gonna go full on menace mode. And even in this episode, we see that he sends a vigilante task force, even when Vanessa is in critical condition before she wakes up. A decent part of this episode is in the present timeline, where the present day, where you see the anti-vigilante task force going after Daredevil and Bullseye, and they do eventually invade the church, whatever, and they find the blood drop eventually. So they do know that they were there. So I wonder what's gonna happen to the priest. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, like, man, the first thing I think of is, okay, now that Vanessa's officially dead, we know that Fisk is gonna go all unhinged. Does that mean the deal, right? I think it's season 3. The deal in season 3 that he made with Matt, right? That's kind of null now. Fisk is gonna end up revealing his identity at some point. Whether it's now and the end of the season, I don't know. We'll see. But it's whatever now. It's gonna be eye for an eye. Oh, man, like, and even the stuff where Bullseye keeps on telling Matt, like, don't save me, why are you saving me? I did all this and that, Foggy. And then, Vanessa was trying to balance the scales, but why are you saving me? Like, this has nothing to do with you. And Matt's like, no, it does have everything to do with me because, we know how Fisk is. But then also, just the way Matt is, and that's what they kind of demonstrate the flashbacks. That, first of all, his whole religious stuff, right, about him being Catholic, is like a big part of Matt. Well, more so in the Netflix era, like the Netflix series, but still, that's a big part of Matt, and they're trying to reiterate that with the flashbacks. That Matt, a core part of Matt, is just like, kind of like forgiveness in a way, right? Mercy, etc. And he kind of loses himself too. You see him, right? Because Foggy's been dead. So Foggy was a person who kind of kept him in line, kept him in check, right, with his morals. and that was a common theme throughout the Netflix series as well. So I just like the way they paid homage to everything from the past, but then also brought it back to connect here. Because, yeah, like I said, Matt, he was really just gonna ditch Bullseye. He's like, man, I tried. I can't save you. I'm sorry. He just dips. And then he thinks about Foggy and everything, and he goes back because, this is the right thing to do. That's what it is. So I thought that was brilliant. But even about the flashbacks themselves, yeah, man, just getting the Netflix cinematography, even got they even had the yellow, I don't know what to call it, the yellow color grade, whatever, the yellow, what do you want to call it? The yellow tint on it. Yeah, man, it's amazing. And the flashbacks, they actually got the cast looking like they're from there. Like, as far as I know, there was no archival shots. Maybe they had a few, maybe at the end, but yeah, most of those shots were actually from them just recreating, trying to recreate, pretty much like season 1 type stuff. And man, it just took me back. I'm like, man, I remember watching the show for the first time when I started loving it. And one of the main reason was because of the dynamic between Foggy and Matt. And I just missed that so much. And we don't have it now, man. We're cooked. We're actually cooked. Okay, I know some people thought we were going to get the resurgence for kind of a reveal in here that Foggy is alive. He's in the the whole witness protection thing. No, we didn't get that. The more and more it goes on, I'm like, yeah, this is cooked. I'm already at that point where I'm like, yeah, it's over. Foggy's he's dead. But yeah, like I said, the cinematography of it, in the Netflix cinematography is just absolutely insane. The color grading, everything about it. They did a really good job. And the actually taking up the bars on the screen, making it full screen, taking up the whole screen. Bro, it just makes it look so much better. I think they're doing that next season as well from the set leaks we saw, because they're using the spherical lens or something. But people are saying that means that they're going back to the OG way. So if that's true, I'm hoping that is true. Because look, this episode alone proves it. But I'm just impressed with the way they pulled off the flashbacks. It's really impressive. It's really impressive. I can't lie. What else was there? Even the whole thing about Matt and Foggy. It's just a classic type thing. Just a classic tale. This could have been an episode back then. And another thing that was hitting me, man, a lot of the dialogue between Matt and Foggy it seemed like it could have been in the Netflix show back then too. I'm like, this is a really good job. And also the way they had Wesley and Fisk moving in the car too, because that's how they had the shots back then. Man, it's just great. And also they did a good job recontextualizing some stuff. So getting into Buck, in the present day, we see Buck and Daniel. Pretty much, Buck takes Daniel out and out of the hospital to Albany, wherever the hell. And the whole time, Daniel's under the presumption that Buck is going to get him because of how he told BB about Vanessa being in critical condition, because then she gave it to the news, etc. So the whole time he thinks he's gonna die, and no, it just ends up that Buck wants him helping him with getting rid of, what was it, that the other crew member, right, the captain, whatever, from the Northern Star that we saw Buck literally just slime out last episode. But still, I'm still sticking my prediction. Okay, Buck is sliming out Daniel this season. Okay, there's no way he doesn't. And even when we see Matt finally get Bullseye to the hideout, Karen, she's annoyed too, but still obviously gonna help. And I'm like, man, next episode is where I thought this episode we might have seen the stuff with Bullseye and Matt talking or whatever in the hideout, but no, that's the next episode. I'm guessing we're gonna see Jessica Jones in the episode as well. So it's looking like it's looking like it's gonna be a very insane episode. That's besides the point. Even during one when Matt and Bullseye go to the church, right? They have history there at the church, and then Matt's like, I know a nurse. I'm like, oh, Claire Temple, and then okay, wait, now I see how there's we know that Claire's gonna be in Brand New Day, right? That's a rumor, and now this is the way they kind of segue into it, right? I'm like, damn, that's pretty cool. I don't think we're gonna see her in this season, but this is a nice little, seed to plant for when she's in Brand New Day. Because we know that the two projects have, somewhat of a connection. So that was good. And what else was there? I'm trying to think. What else was there? I think that may have been it, to be honest. I mean, we did get the flashbacks of Vanessa as well. Man, the Buck thing. So in the flashbacks, I'm like, they must be recontextualizing at least one thing. I mean, the whole flashbacks kind of recontextualize everything in a way, generally speaking. But like, I'm like, there's gonna be one thing that's like really, really stark in here. That's kind of like brand new. And yes, we found that Buck was there all along back in season 1 days even earlier. Because we found that Wesley, that's like Wesley's guy. Like Wesley had Buck pretty much, I mean, in a sense, contracted, right, to try to take out people. And yeah, I mean, God, man, this makes me cheese. I'm like, I wish it was back like those old days, right? Now that was the flashbacks, man. God damn it, man. But yeah, it's pretty cool that knowing like Buck's history, more of it. That's what they expand on this episode. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be pretty insane now thinking about it, because Fisk and Buck, they've been connected since back then, right? So it's like kind of weird to think about now. And even you get more of the connection between Foggy and his background, like his upbringing, whatever. I don't know, man. It's just cool stuff. Like, man, I don't know. I really like it. I really like the stuff. But when you see like the way Wilson reacted to Vanessa dying, man, it's tragic. It's absolutely tragic. I feel so bad for him. Oh man, yeah. But like I said, the theme mercy in this episode. Well, and it's kind of ironic because we know Kingpin, he's not gonna have mercy on Matt, on anyone really, right? Starting now. Oh man. I don't know, man. I really like this episode, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's enough for me. Let me know what you think down below. What were your favorite parts of this episode? How you felt the episode overall? Anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you next one. Peace.